Okay, then guys, try number 2. True against TaToH Deathmatch World Cup round of 4. We will take a look into this one. Chat is pretty bad here as well. So much to fix, but we will get that rolling later on. For now, we will take a look at what actually happened. We will speed up a bit, and actually, no, we will just look it in the speed and cast it as if it's a normal game. And I can edit that one here a bit. Okay. How do you say feels nearly man auf Deutsch? We can discuss that on German days, my man. Memp has the same overlay, cast DM without, I think. Yeah, I did test it today even with DM, so that was really surprising to me. Okay, we did see a lot of aggression here around. You're an AoE legend, don't feel the berms in chat get you down. We love you. Thanks, my man. So we had some villager losses, we saw that earlier here. Paladin opening from TaToH will find some villagers. What we got for him? Gets 2 as we saw, isn't losing any at home. Okay, lost 1 at home. But seems to be defending reasonably well now. Has double gold positioning here. True has both of its gold spots further in the back. Defending this one quite nicely here is Mr. True, gets all this one up. And as I mentioned earlier, the big difference was double stable opening here for True. On TaToH's side, we had 4 stable opening. Is lacking a lot of houses. As you can see, 35 out of 35. So not the greatest expansion. Yeah, he did save a lot of villagers, but maybe they were all in the TC, trying to save their lives. Meanwhile, True, well, he wasn't house and is now catching up with villagers without really killing anything. So that is simply because he was not house at all. Now having the control over the hill here is Mr. True. 5 minutes into the game, so this is roughly the moment where we went and lost the game. Paladins will find this villager. Now we will see a beautiful quick wall here by Mr. True. We'll be very aware of that and we'll save that one quite nicely. A bit late if TaToH was super active, but was good enough here. Now the engagement in the center, and we have all the stuff, all the shenanigans happening at the side. Rally count will be very interesting here. What, guys, do you think? How will the rally count at the end be? We have 20 relics. You can see them relatively evenly spread on this map. I will say, especially because we get so much more control here at the side for Mr. True, he will get a relic advantage of 12 to 8. 12 to 10, Mr. Dutt, nearly math. 8 to 12 for TaToH, interesting. 14 to 6 for True, that would be a crazy number. TaToH obviously still has some paladins around, still knocking down that castle. Is getting some more control in the center. Now has 20 more military here, but some raids in the back. Halberdiers active, and they might find those villager kills here. Not really, TaToH too active as well. Meanwhile, big push through the center. True, Halberdier, Arbalest only, maybe not the right answer. 30 population lead here for Mr. TaToH. For now, that castle is going up. And that castle now is being left alive at 1 HP. Are you kidding me? This is 13%, 1 HP. TaToH let it go with 1 HP. I have never seen something like this before. What is happening here? He could have killed 650 stone. But True now will just build it. What a mistake. Now the ramp pushed through the center. TaToH completely lacking any siege or all the siege here. Only now has 2 siege workshops, has the market behind this one though. Now another castle up, not a lot of cataphracts for now. More aggression here at the side. TaToH tries to get some more control. Army count looking pretty nice for both players, both roughly at 120. First relics being picked off, count for now 0-0 though. 9 minutes into this game. Arbalest holding their ground, Paladins in the back waiting for the Halberdiers to die, and then they might go forward here from Mr. TaToH. Production pretty damn long for both players. Now going for more gold. TaToH finally expanding, sits at 40 gold only. Long queue here of all the Halberdiers. Archer Rangers should have some queue as well. Rams in the back there. The ram train now completely stopped. Onagers on that hill, getting some reasonable shots off against Paladins. Obviously, Paladins not really something that easily falls to Onager shots, but Onagers on the hill and those masses can get something done. Some more control here by True. TaToH, 20 population lead, tries to push up that hill, which won't be that easy. Lots of red dots continue here. True doing a good job of clearing that one up. That tower is still active. Nice job of walling in that villager. TaToH finds some more kills, trying to block some villagers off from, or some monks off from getting some relics for themselves. Now the first katas on the field. Not doing super great against Arbalest numbers though, because they have one less pierce armor compared to the Paladins. But that's not a lot of long range siege here. Would love to see 2-3 traps on that hill. Try to attack that castle with 8k HP. Not the easiest thing there. TaToH still 10 population lead. Villager count relatively even. Has some more army, but scattered around at many different angles. True, is trying to find another raid here. TaToH, lots of cav here at the front, but not doing too great. Half of it is going back, half of it is dying, and then going back. Ay, not the prettiest thing. Now tries to find another angle. Here's Mr. TaToH. Rally count for now, 3 for TaToH, 2 for Mr. True. Collecting another one. That castle won't go up, at least not in try number 1. They need bombard cannons. Well, if you have 120 against 120 army, bombard cannons, not the greatest thing ever. But yeah, stalemate fights, obviously something that could be used to snipe some onagers. Monk is yoinking away. True is getting... What? In what direction is he going with this monk? He's trying to escape somehow. Probably going at the bottom there might be the better move. What? He is carrying it towards TaToH. TaToH doesn't even care about killing that monk. Is he trying to squeeze through here? No, but another group of Arbalists coming. That's the craziest. That could be sicker than what Viper did. That could be sicker than what Viper did in the clip of the month. Are you kidding me? Is he getting this one through? Just passing indeed. TaToH has so many Arbalists around. How did he go through there? And that one, oh, now getting attacked by another friendly monk. Tries to run away. Okay. That is all denied for now, and both will fight over those relics. Meanwhile, some raids here. TaToH not with the greatest reaction as of yet. Didn't send any army. Onagers. Oh, they could lose their lives. Onager shots not really connecting with the Arbalest numbers so far though. True 120 military, 90 quote unquote only for TaToH. True not with the greatest economy. Look at the resources of TaToH, absolutely at the limit. True on his side looks at reasonable numbers in the bank. Love that, and still has so many relics around in his control. Not really going for those because he knows those are safe for him anyways. Trying to contest the more neutral ones here. Relic count update. I can give you 5 for TaToH, 2 for True. So I would say very, very likely that True will have an advantage here. But I see at least 3 more that can be picked up for TaToH. So the highest I would go for is 13-7 for True, which is still a massive advantage because cataphracts are just so extremely deadly in those situations. No one has gold left anymore, and normally against cavalry, by the way, that was a nice ground attack. Cavalry, you go for Halberdiers, but Halberdiers not that great against cataphracts, and well, True has to be happy with that 3-for-1 trade. Loses 2 Arbalists in addition to that, though. Ram attack here, but TaToH had some rams to defend. I think that should be enough. Halberdiers doing an okay job of helping out with the aggression, though. Do we have anything coming out here to cataphract? Some Arbalists coming over as well, and that's what you can see. Like the cataphract, he got multiple hits from the Halberdier and still has lots of HP. TaToH is holding this one quite easily. Tries to stabilize a bit more on that left-hand side. True, pop 160, but should still be a massive bang for him indeed. It is a guy that can work off so well with so little economy. Where's the clip? On my WTF happened. I do a monthly recap at the last day of a month every single time and upload it to YouTube, and there you can see the clip of the month. traps. Now finally the unit that I want to see for quite some time. Arbalest still being pressuring here. Do we see some onagers in production? Not really. Picking up more and more relics. Looks better and better for Mr. True here. Now running out of siege is TaToH at that angle though. And running out of castles at the bottom. True with more aggression. Better castle setup and what feels like more relics. TaToH, he needs to get those 2 for sure. Not really sure he even got those 2 in the center. It felt like True had more army over there, and relic count is now 8 to 6 for TaToH. So I think TaToH got them. I think this in the end could go 10-10. Cannons are good for Arbalest. Well, 1v1, yes. 40v40, no. Cannons only have 1 pierce armor by themselves. Compare that to the 3 pierce armor that Paladin has. You don't have bloodlines, so not the craziest unit, 150 HP quote-unquote only. But, well, if they get close, they can obviously Shrek as well. Yeah, the splash damage is good against low HP units, but Arbalest should just out-micro those. Oh, now retreating with some Harbidiers in the group. Whew. Oh, another Mong taking that kind of neutral one away. Attacking, continuing to attack here. Love all that. Whew. This is game number 1. A pretty rough one. Could be a long one. So far still very action-packed. Both players shouldn't run out of gold too soon. Still have massive amount of gold here to mine at those angles. You can see, True a bit faster on that regard. TaToH, I believe, was the guy getting the market early on, but that obviously this late in the game doesn't really matter. TaToH, is he trying to get a castle up? Oh, on enemy territory, but is getting punished heavily for it. Villagers instantly dying. Cataphracts did spot that one. Harbidiers trying to revenge their friends. And Cataphracts as well as Arbalest finishing the job there. TaToH, that is a move that feels kind of ballsy. Obviously not easy to defend this area. With the passing, cutters should be pretty deadly if they can just jump on Arbalest, right? Yeah, with this passing, melee units should be better in general compared to the patches that we played before. Trap still trying to trade this one off. Massive attack at the top as well. And that's going to be at least 1 dead castle. I will give an update on this one after we see what TaToH can do here. Arbalest needs to run away from the onagers. Not a lot of protection here. That Monk actually gets away. The relic count will be 10 for True, 9 for TaToH, and still 1 up for grabs here. Castle is getting saved. Onager could get some good shots in. 1 good shot. Give me a 2nd good shot. Indeed, the no-looker even. Give me a 3rd shot. And oh, God. Okay. Connecting into the own Cataphracts more than actually killing the enemy Arbalest. That castle did indeed go down. TaToH still at full pop limit though. Finally sends some Cataphracts over. Has some hill control here, but not really the siege to follow this one off. Should defend against all those rams. And TaToH, I think he should get that relic. Might be split perfectly in the middle. 10v10 relics. And TaToH did a good job in the mid game there, controlling all the neutral ones, but not doing the greatest job now protecting his castles, losing a lot of farms, and castle number 2 in a lot of danger. Still, well, same amount of HP as an extra castle if it had full HP. Byzantine's just pretty crazy now, sends some villagers over, but is housed, therefore no Cataphract production here, and the castle might still fall. 2 rams doing the job, 1400 HP, obviously with the architecture. He have a lot of armor, but it seems like it might be enough. 1100 HP here, not a lot of production behind this one for Mr. True. TaToH, as we can see, Arbalest, Cataphracts, and Halberdier Onager composition. True. Okay, now queuing some stuff up again as well. TaToH, he did the ballsy forward here, but as expected, can't really hold it for too long. Byzantines have no architecture. I will call that beautiful architecture. Not sure about you, my man. Ram tries to get there, should get one hit off, but not a second one. And therefore the trap easily survives. Now some hazards even being mixed in. 10k Byzantine class with architecture, wouldn't that be something? I think if you have all text activated, I think they get something like 9k kind of ballpark. Okay, lots of army for TaToH now spread around. Trap goes down there. Let's take a look. True. How many castles does he have? 5 castles and still close to 4k stone in the bank. TaToH on the other side, 7 castles, but no more stone in the bank. Still gets some over here. That could be 2 additional castles. Hi. If all tags are on, Civ bonus are disabled. Why are you trying to destroy my stream here? They don't get architecture. If all tags are enabled, then they don't get div bonuses. Hi. Guys, who is the entertainer here? Where are the guys telling me nearly out of the last 120 sentences, actually 118 were right? And people are starting to clap and congratulate me. No. Say something twice. Wrong twice. Chat will awaken. And it's like, the keyboard warriors are unleashed. Let's correct this stupid streamer. What is he talking about? 117 out of 123. Yeah, so in that ballpark. What the fuck is nearly drunk? No, I'm actually sober for a change. Maybe you don't know me sober. How many viewers do you expect, nearly? You are in the news of Definite Edition. 30k incoming? 30k would be too much. Let's hope for 15k for Sunday, including Viper stream. Like 5k today, 5k tomorrow, 15k Sunday. That would be something. That would be really lovely. Obviously in game number 1, out of potentially nearly massed 29 games. Oh, well, 28 games of this lovely weekend. Friday, Saturday and Sunday, every single day, 17 GMT, we will start our show. The winner of those two will tomorrow play against Mr. TaToH, second place finisher of DM World Cup 2. And on Sunday, the Viper will await the last remaining other player in a best of 11 finals, leading 1-0 there because he's coming out of the winner bracket. Onager, not really sure if he wanted to cut the trees. Seems like it. Thought he wanted to kill the Onagers. Trap is going down as well. That castle is falling at the top. Some blue dots at the bottom, but moving too fast, so no siege. So I'm not really scared of that. Ram's not really getting there. Onager getting closer, but not that close.
If you have Amazon Prime, you can subscribe for free using Twitch Prime.
Ooh, very few people know that. Sounds really awesome. And indeed, that army, just a group of halberdiers, not really that scary. Look at that, TaToH not even fighting it directly, just running under his own castle and should be able to defend this one, this raid. Maybe finding 2-3 villager kills, but that's it. TaToH needed to run away. Arbalest numbers not that crazy, but more control for Mr. TaToH. One villager working there at the bottom. Relic count finally 10 to 10. If you're new to Age of Empires, if you're new to Deathmatch, this is not standard. This is just a specialty of this very map. I think tomorrow we might even start with the dunes as well. I think so. A desperate raid? Yeah, he needed siege, but well, this is more of an army to my liking. Mass ram, mass trap, and a nice mixed army of foot soldiers and cataphracts behind this one. But TaToH already prepared here as well. Gets 3 more barracks up, has 20 cataphracts, can maybe even take an engagement against this one. Oh, dives in here. I think this could be enough for TaToH. Surely a relatively even fight. Oh, God. No one left alive here. Some more for TaToH after this. Castle might fall. 3k HP here. Now should jump on the traps, not really going to happen. Castle might fall, one more volley and it goes down, 31 HP, and the last shot. This castle is indeed falling, and yeah, the one in the chat was fine. They don't really get architecture. Traps going down in exchange though. TaToH, well, still 23 villagers on stone behind this one though. Now going further forward, and Arbalest not really finding the kills at the side. True tries to get some more control, guys, and whew, Dunes did deliver some very long games earlier, and well, this one is shaping up to be not the shortest one for sure. 41 minutes, but we're playing with double speed, guys. Normally, if you play a random map, what you consider the normal Age of Empires most of the time, we're playing it with 1.7 speeds. That's why micro is a bit tougher as well. It seems like the cataphracts having a tough life as well. That castle now in danger, should probably fall. Skirmishers mixed in, something I don't really like here. Not the craziest thing against cataphracts. Oh boy, I think maybe selling resources might be the better option. TaToH absolutely at the limit. True has actually 900 gold and still goes for skirms. Ay, ay, ay. What do you think is a good trade-off in terms of numbers of traps lost taking out a castle? Great question. It depends on the Civ matchup. For example, in Hunt's War, losing a castle is not as bad as in, let's say, Kelt's War, where Vote Raiders completely dominate the game. And with Hunts, you can build everything out of non-castles, except maybe some traps. So yeah, it heavily depends on the civilization. I would say if you kill a castle and lose only 2 traps, always a win. If you lose 1,337 traps against 1 castle, always a loss. Is True already going for the wood war? I don't see him cutting any trees here, not really sending onagers around. So not really going for it yet. TaToH, maybe this is the timing to build another castle here. Maybe some more towers could be an option. So far both players heavily going on to Arbalest. Not Arbalest, Halberdiers. True still has a solid 4 castles left and 2.3k stone in the bank. But all of them very, very defensively. None to be seen here for quite some time. But also no wood to protect, so not the most important thing. TaToH chilling on this hill, goes for some skirmishes as well. Something I don't like too much. Hassar's actually getting some kills here over at the left-hand side. Focusing down some rams. TaToH with some more production here. Oyoyoy. Now the question is, how do you use the gold? Both players have a reasonable gold income. Can go for rams, can go for cataphracts, can go for traps. The question is, what is their desired army? True lost 3 traps and 4 rams, taking out the last castle. That's clearly so much even for DM, no? I think TaToH was okay with that trade, yes. I think so, yeah. Oh, cataphracts going for some raids here. Shouldn't really find too much. Maybe some villagers. 1 cataphract is chasing that one down. Hi-ya-ya-ya. Remember, those 2 players already did face each other in the winner bracket round of 16 and had a 2-hour, 6-minute Goth war that TaToH in the end won. One of the most exhausting games both of them probably ever played. I know that both of them had to take a breather, and well, they know how to throw armies against each other, surely. KD, hey yo! Why no capture age? Was it just for the final? The final is on Sunday, and capture age doesn't work with this patch. Do people like the new pathing or hate it? From what I heard, more people like it. Yeah. Oh, True now pushing in here. TaToH sitting back with some traps. Massive amount of Halberdiers. Some skirms behind. Getting some cataphracts out as well. Both sitting at very equal numbers on villagers. Onagers now behind this one as well. Some rams at the front. Look at that. TaToH not really going for too much siege. Puts his gold into cataphracts. Meanwhile, True, Halberdier, skirmisher, and some siege. Interesting stuff. I mean, the only one that thinks the melee unit are stronger than in Vubli, I think it's overdone. Well, maybe not the only one, but very few people would agree with you, yeah. Like, melee units were way better in Woobly. And he plans to create a new team with Secret shutting doors. Secret isn't shutting doors. I made a video on my YouTube. Maybe you check that out. A lot of questions should be answered for you there. Onager shot. Gets a good one uphill. Give me a second one, TaToH. Behind enemy lines. Good one. Ground attack should be something behind here in this area. Not really shooting at the moment. Onager is going down at the bottom. TaToH now fighting uphill here. True. No production at all. The field's so weird. Okay, now queues up some more, but here's some more skirmishes. Looks like he is producing quite nicely. Not a lot of other stuff is happening. Oh boy. This one could be a long one. And something about new team announcement? No. But if I know anything, I will tell you first. Finally, what skill separates TaToH from other top players? Well, depends on what top player you're talking about. Could completely different answer depending on who you want to compare him to. TaToH now a bit more army here on that screen, but now Cataphracts out for True again. Hi, guys. I hope you prepared a lot of popcorn. I hope you didn't make any appointments, because if game number 1 is already taking us to the very, very long game here, we have potentially 8 more to go. We have more aggressive civilizations. Obviously, we did design the matchups beforehand. The process was there that I did put up some matchups. Then we had some input from the code, from True, from some other DMers. They're saying nearly Teuton War on Ghost Lake. Are you trying to kid us? This is absolutely horrible, not really entertaining. And then I was like, okay, what about Golden Pit? And then they said, okay, if it has to be Teuton War, then on Golden Pit. So forth and so on. That was all done before the tournament, and that's how we got to all those settings, all the matchups. Every series will include 2 home maps, 1 of each player as well. No worries, it's 2 AM here. Okay, so very early in the day. Can these games be spectated? Yes. Go to www.twitch.tv/nilly_AOE. I heard he will spectate it for you and will even make some occasional jokes from time to time. I heard he's awesome. Okay, full Harbor production now. Both players not really getting too creative. TaToH with a small move over here. I think this is the move that I don't like with Rams. I think this move should always be full 3 traps and try to take down the castle. By the way, we didn't think about wood control for quite some time, right? How much wood does True still have? Oh boy. Some here, some there. Oh god, True might be out of... Okay, no, he has 12k in the bank. He has 12k in the bank. TaToH, solid wood control here as well. Some C-Tram coming to the front. Seems like True is winning in the center, but TaToH is making a lot of stuff happen at the top. TaToH himself sitting at 14 wood. What? 14 wood to 12k wood. And TaToH is trying to play the wood game. Still has reasonable amounts in the back though. Yes, reasonable amounts for himself. Maybe he wants to starve True, but doesn't know how big the bank actually looks like here. That castle is trying to be held. Why don't they raid with light cav? Yeah, that's a misconception a lot of RMers have. That light cav raids are good, but you have simply so many castles. Look at that, TaToH has 7 castles. Look at all this setup. Where do you try to send in some light cavs? You will always lose like 3-4 light cavs even trying to get there. Then there's massive amount of TCs, and therefore light cavs rate are simply way weaker than in random map. But still, good question, my man, and great observation that they didn't go for it in a spot where we normally as random map players would think about this. Is this deathmatch? Indeed! Post-Imperial start, 20,000 wood, 20,000 food, 10,000 gold, 5,000 stone to begin with. All technologies researched. And this is Deathmatch World Cup. 4 players remaining. Lord Caldor. Hey yo, welcome my man. Neely, can you say who has the relic advantage? I can't! I can't. Okay, someone got their popcorn. Good job there. Skirmishers now around as well. Halberdiers trying to take some buildings down apparently here. No ward control over at that angle, so TaToH getting, well, attacking an angle that's really not too important for Mr. True. TaToH himself wants to defend it because he has some farmers and some wood there. Now another engagement. I think cataphract count is something that's really important. I see 12 against 21 on the field at the moment. Assuming that no one is really going for any hussars at this point. I'm about to schedule an appointment. Do you think it's a good idea? Sure. Monday is the day where I will allow that you can leave your PC. Before that, sit at home. Watch the World Cup. You can say who got the relic advantage. Fine with monasteries nearer the front. What? Now some more raid. And now we can see how effective hussars are. Harvard is obviously easily dealing with those. And now we can see those are dying. That one is dying as well. So yeah. That was just a solid 600-700 food wasted. The Switchers numbers do prefer. I think 20% difference is quite a lot here. Yeah. I think True has too few. But honestly, I say that in probably 60% of his games. And he still wins. So he is the master of playing with lower villager counts. You will see that in his late game so often that he has so few villagers, massive army, and can just make push happen over and over again. Is Hussar that weak? 2 castle shot? Well, you don't have bloodlines. I think with another civilization it's 3 castle shots. True pushing in quite nicely here. TaToH drops down to pop 165. That castle is going to fall. Repair, even questionable in my opinion, if you don't commit the cutters here. Now tries to kill the traps with his own traps. Cutters are jumping on there. Can we see the defense? True, nicely positioned around the traps, but won't be enough. One down. Actually saves them quite nicely. Another cataphract is coming over. Both safe for now, but more cataphracts are coming over. 3 traps all going down here. Those are actually True's cataphracts. That was a solid defense of his actual aggression. The castle is going to fall. Still the hill advantage here. If you just tuned in and felt like, why aren't they building a castle or some towers on those hills? Well, you can't build on that stony area. TaToH is trying to reclaim that hill now. True with 105 army because he has so few villagers. Won't lose that fight though. TaToH in some troubles. He shouldn't really patrol in there. He needs to regroup. His army not looking too hot here. Halberdiers won't find the kill there. Castle indeed falls. TaToH loses a lot of control. Remember, True sits at 8k wood. TaToH on the other side at 100 only. Was it bad castle by TaToH considering it's on the range of the hill? I think the problem was that he didn't have enough siege workshops at the front. I think the castle is fine. You can build it 5 tiles further back, but think about it. Like, if you build every single building outside of the range of the hill, then you accept to only control the 4th of the map. Or 5th or something in that ballpark. So I think you have to have some in reach. And losing it at the 1 hour 7 minute mark, it was alive for 45 minutes. But TaToH, not sure if he will be alive in 45 minutes because this one is not looking too hot for him. 37 army against 107 at the moment. His Q going directly into a lot of army, now taking the fight. The 2 castles, Panthers, obviously helping out. Where are the monasteries of TaToH? Both in the back here, 6 and 4 relics, so that is very defensive. 1 trap now moving forward. Resource of TaToH absolutely at the limit of Mr. True. Lots of stuff in the bank. Still enough stone for another castle. And 7.5k wood while peacefully shopping at the top. Some cataphracts, some waypoints could have been improved there. Get some raids in there as well. TaToH 120 villagers, maybe too many, and he queues up more. We'll go to 130 villagers. That means only 70 military. And if you have 70 military max, how do you ever kill 110 of your opponent? You need to go for mass cataphracts, but that sample TaToH is not really getting to. Bombard cannons, now the first ones to be spotted here. TaToH even, farms getting idle, didn't have enough wood to reseed. Has 54 villagers on wood though. How the wood difference went so crazy between the 2 players? Well, I probably watched several hundred games of Mr. True over the years. And he and Jitba are the two guys that I understand the least. They make so many weird moves, so many campy moves, and suddenly they have no villagers and this amount of resources, an incredible army, and just ruffle stomp you. We needed to watch the full game out of his POV to give you a good answer. KD, actually relatively even, only slight advantage there. While we see a next engagement, that would be a horrible one for TaToH. 70 villager or 70 military against 100 here. True, not a lot of cataphracts, but still so much better numbers. We'll dive in here. TaToH, how is he looking in his castle count? Quote unquote, only at 5 for now. True behind this 5, but still 2 castles as an option for him to be built. TaToH's panicking. Don't really think he's panicking too much. But they're still holding this one. Cataphracts now moving in here as well. How do we see cataphract numbers? I see 6 for TaToH, 22 for Mr. True. Looks pretty damn good for him. Chills on the hill, kills more buildings. Takes off some straggler units. Bombard cannon now moves forward. Finally, unit that TaToH can micro with, but simply not the military numbers here. It might just be an overboom against the army here of True. Is he diving in? Feels like the bombard cannon just spawned. Didn't get a single shot off and will die. Oh, that hurts me so much. And True just moves in with the patrol. Is trying to jump for the kill. First game, indeed, 50 minutes. After the scheduled start. This could be a long, long day for all of us. TaToH surely a guy that will take some maps. This one looks dire to him though. But now all of a sudden 30 population lead. Don't ask me how, don't ask me why. True, not really queuing up too well behind this. Would love to see him maybe even sell some wood or food. Sits at 80 farmers, 7 on wood. TaToH on the other side, 75 farmers, 36 on wood. Obviously, no one really getting any gold or stone anymore. Mainly, the relic is the main thing here. True, wants to snipe those 2 towers. I think TaToH needs to make something happen. He has very long queues here. He's trying to get onto some more army. Not going to be easy though. Takes another fight. I think he even has the small hit advantage here, but cataphract numbers should be so bad. I think True should roll this one over. Indeed, he is going for it. And TaToH, oh god, that will be a slaughter here. True is coming around. Cataphracts just wrapping all the halberdiers. Skirmish is dying as well. And TaToH, he won't be left with a lot of stuff. Oh god, did True just stomp this one. TaToH, he has a long queue behind this one, but no more resources as well. And so many cataphracts still left. Look at that, 38 cataphracts. Simply the strongest unit in Byzantine late game here. Hi. Oh, by the way, why did I have this one? Didn't we have this one? Yeah, that's actually the scoreboard that I wanted to have. Whew. Would love to see like 2 monks with this army as well. Obviously easily sniped. But healing up some of the cataphracts could be nice. How much wood does TaToH still have? Okay, getting some in the back. Sorry for the fast scrolling. TaToH's getting some more army for himself again. True. Just a scouting stone wall at the front. Not much more. Prepare some rams. Okay, only 1 ram here. Now very methodical push by him. TaToH went full boomer. Okay, now I think he lost a lot of villagers. Goes down to 106. Oh, prepares another push through the center. Should get mobbed up by this army, though. I don't really think that's a cost-efficient thing. I think he needs to go on to more cataphracts. Harbour is simply not a real counter. And now the dive in here. And this one will be a repeat of the slaughter that we had before. Oh, God, TaToH. No, that won't go in your favor. True, he had a plus 30 KD early on. Now it's a plus 130 KD. Just killing army after army. How do you get through all of those cataphracts, I think mass Arbalest is the only answer. Or get onto cataphracts yourself. Otherwise, that's not really going to happen here. And yeah, that's just going to snowball. TaToH Harbour Skirmisher, not the answer. Sit back, chill, my man. You need to wait. You need to accept some of your losses to rebuild a strong army. Not really happening here. Now he goes on to some more Arbalest. Finally finding the answer to what he should have done 2 fights ago. Ooh, castle here by True. Trying to solidify this area for himself. Now goes for the siege workshop instead of the castle first. Skirmisher numbers would be nice for True as well. Not really going for them. TaToH could actually do some microing here. I think the Arbalest numbers looking pretty hot. Oh, Ram's getting in there. 1 hit, 2 hits, and no, dies before the 3rd hit. Traps getting some kills against the TC at the front. TaToH loses more and more. Lumbercamp at the front, obviously not the most important thing. TaToH, he needs to save his Arbalest. Only way for the defense, but True is patrolling in. He realized, okay, this is my chance to maybe win the game. But no! Feels like losing the cataphracts might be his only way to lose the game. Skirm production behind this. Not that crazy here. Not that crazy at all. Now get some over here. Needs to get like 15 mixed in here. Goes for another patrol. Not the biggest fan of that. The 2 traps clearly need to attack the castle behind this one as well. Now sends a villager over to get some repair. Look at that. Even shift clicking. Repair that trap first and then the second one. Oh, TaToH's holding this one. True drops down to pop 160. What is happening? True also chewed through all of his wood. 1k wood only. Now sends 20 on wood. Another building going down there, but the castle is still strong. TaToH with all his Arbalest. Can he maybe do this one? Oh boy, this one is going longer than expected. Skirmishers are now moving in, getting some more kills. TaToH will burn through a lot of his gold. True behind this. Only 200 in the bank as well, though. Oh boy, guys. Give me some predictions in your chat. What do you think? How long will this game go? TaToH did just defend and is now in the lead, a 50 population. I don't really see it ending too quickly. Maybe TaToH might even win it at the top. Can he make something happen? 1 hour 30 minutes? What? Dr. Questionable, that's in 4 minutes. That's not going to happen. 1 hour 55, 2 hours. 24-hour first game. Well. Well. Long enough for TaToH to win. Let's see about that. He is 60 population ahead. How did he do that? And look at the queue behind this. Full Halberdier, Ram, Cataphract. Arbalest are moving forward. Just needs some more attack. And that Ram go came at the perfect time behind this. True. I'm not really sure how much wood he's controlling. Let's quickly check. The back has 1 wood line, 1.5 wood lines, and then that's it over here. Castle crumbles. Only Halberdier production now. TaToH moves over to the right hand side angle, and I love this move. Just give me 2 traps behind this one, and TaToH is looking lovely in the spot. Now full Halberdier Cataphracts against this one, but TaToH, he got into enough Arbalest, and that seems to be the crucial unit of the late game here. Something that we didn't really know. Some of you maybe. Some of you are really smart, I know it. I know. What happened? TaToH happened. I think TaToH needs some more traps here. Okay, he's trying to make something happen through the center. Is popped limit though. And as you can see, now can't really go for the traps because the queues are so full. So sometimes if you're super late game and it's stalematey, don't queue up everything. Because then if you want to make a tech switch, if you want to go for some cataphracts, you can't. And that's something you see from the DMers a bit more. Sometimes they have empty queues, and then if they drop population, then they really decide, okay, what army do I actually need right here, right now. Even villager count, pretty much. Some idle villagers here for True. TaToH finds some more kills. Halberdiers around here as well. Hi, pretty intense. I think this is the spot without a lot of fighting where I can fast forward a bit. And we can try to catch up a bit more, because we should be some minutes behind the live games. And now once this push starts, I will go on to the normal speed again. It is still fast build, but normal speed for DM is what I'm trying to say. Castle could be repaired, and now that's a massive attack in the center. TaToH has nothing there. Let's go into TaToH's point of view. Where's his army? Nothing here. You can see 2 units. The army is now coming over. Arbalest, they need to help out with the defense, otherwise that's going to be some dead castle. Traps are coming over. Both players making some big moves this late in the game. I think it will all come down to who has more castles. TaToH sitting at 5 at the moment. True sitting at 4.5. This one is getting attacked. This one is pretty open as well. But the attack through the center, that's going to be 1 dead castle for sure. Halberdiers going for the traps. Traps going for the castle. Castle going for the Halberdiers. Halberdiers going for the Halberdier. Halberdier going for the Halberdier. Rams now coming over there. Traps are dying at the front. Onager defense, something we haven't seen too much here. And the castle will fall as well. 8 Rams still pushing in. Some repair here, but that's just wasted zone. The castle will fall regardless. At least that's what I'm predicting. TaToH sits at 4 castles overall. Make that 3 castles after that one falls. Going to be tricky for him to keep up his cataphract numbers. Is killing that castle at the front in return, though. Did accept a lot of losses. Now 1 trap coming over here at the right hand side, but trap not really the defensive units. Needs a trap at the other angle, I would say. Onagers could be sweet here. What does True have? He has 1 Onager. Could maybe get some kills. True still repairing this one as well. Not really sending in army to kill the trap. Meanwhile, TaToH did stop this one, but lost a lot of ground behind this. Whew, the action pack of Deathmatch World Cup. Lovely, lovely stuff continuing here. Cataphracts now trying to find some more kills. TaToH actually house for a small moment. I can just build 1 more and should be fine. True, don't tell me he actually holds that castle. He has a lot of army. Onager shot. Arbalest very clamped up. Give me a second shot. True. Ooh, even did move in to then get a better second shot off. Lovely move. Arbalest running away. Onager takes a shot against the trap. Castle at the left hand side. 50 HP. Is there another shot in the trap? Is there another shot? Not needed. Castle falls. And that was a big move by True. But 5 seconds late. Left with 4 castles. TaToH licking his wounds. 3 castles still left for him. Resources absolutely at the limit. True, sitting on reasonable resources, but smaller queue for him. Military count 100 to 90. TaToH now with fewer villagers takes another fight here. Cataphract count, tough to say because both players starting to mix in some hussars. I can only show you at the front. TaToH has some more and has some more Arbalest. The killer unit at the moment. Chat is saying GG. I wouldn't even know for whom. I have no idea who's winning this game. I only know that Cataphracts are now doing a good job against the skirmishers here. True's getting pushed back at that angle. TaToH still didn't rebuild that house. More raid here at the top. Very open area now. Lost so much. How much wood is TaToH getting? 26 villagers on wood for Mr. True. TaToH has 37 villagers on wood and solid queue here when it comes to Cataphracts. Now dives in a bit deep for my taste. TaToH with some more walls. Remember, Deathmatch World Cup rules say you're not allowed to build any stone gates. We didn't want to have everyone just walling, running in and out. And didn't really want to have, especially with the very bad pathfinding at the start of Deathmatch World Cup, which is now improved, to have a villager around the army and just build some random gates and bug out the pathfinding there. That's why we decided against stone gates, and stone walls still allowed to save some of your villagers at the start. The start feels so long ago though. 1 hour 40 minutes in this one already. How do those 2 guys just deliver such great series? And I will promise you this one will be followed by some shorter games as well. We have very aggressive civilizations. True, I wouldn't be surprised if he goes for something like Huns on 4 Lakes, Huns on Arabia, something on that, well, area of civilizations and maps. And then I can't rule out that we might see a 7-minute game in favor of Mr. True, just to follow it up, to relax some. But this one is far from over. Now to bait some more Arbalest. Just such a great unit against Halberdier, Cataphracts, Hussars. But the moment you mix in some skirmishers, True is actually trading quite gold efficiently and could mix in some more of his own units. Let's go for the wood check indeed. TaToH very limited in the back, nothing here. So there's some at the front and then it control the one at the center. So he's out of wood pretty soon. True, nothing here. Some at the top. I would say relatively even. Count 1.3k. TaToH sitting at 1k. So very, very even is what I would think. Oh, goes for the snipe of the Arbalest. True microing a lot here. More than you normally see from DMers. They love their control. They love to optimize everything in the economy behind this one. Keep up the production rolling. But DMers completely changing, evolving so much in their skill over the last months. Obviously the biggest deathmatch tournament ever. $10,000 prize pool. $3,000 for first. For a 20-year-old game. Pretty damn sweet. And this is not the main form of Age of Empires as well. If you're new to Age of Empires, I heard some people are tuning in there. We have very big tournaments happening already this year. I think we already paid off like more than $130,000 this year. And that's not including King of the Desert that will have 50,000. And that's not including a lot of other big tournaments that no one dares to speak about so far. Does True have stone for another castle? No, he was at 300 before, did some repairing, is sitting at 277. Alright, 60 villagers now for True, and out of wood. Uh-oh, problematic for True here. TaToH now even chops wood at the other side. True going for some raids, and this is now way more efficient after all the castles died. Some Hussars trying to defend, but you can't, or some Halberdiers trying to defend, but you can't send Halberdiers. True can't even replace his farms because he's out of wood, but TaToH in the back having some problems as well. He can still replace them, needs to send the villagers in. Some rams doing some damage. Arbalest completely getting cleared up here. Skirmishers doing a good job. True is holding this one. Both players struggling to keep their population up. This is getting really wild. Why is True not making Arbalest in the last 80 minutes? It sounds like a passive-aggressive question that I should find an answer to explain why he is making a mistake, right? I don't know, my man. I don't know. He's the expert. He simply values Cataphracts a bit more, apparently. Can you make an announcement as to when the mystery next tournament will be announced? Yes, I can. Bombard cannon. Now out again. Oh, lots of villagers blocking at the top here. Oh, TaToH even tries to jump on that one at the top. Halberdiers going in. True is down to pop 120. Pop 200 for TaToH. He is pushing in to get game number 1 on his CV, on his scoreboard. One bombard cannon. So costly. I'm really surprised that he goes for it. But apparently thinks, okay, I can babysit it enough. I can micro well enough behind this one. Let's see how well he can indeed protect. The Cataphracts are going in. So far, nice blockage here. And indeed forces the Cataphracts away. That only had one mission to kill that bombard cannon. Unsuccessful mission for now. True builds another keep here at the top. TaToH is running away with those villagers. 1.8k wood for him. Skirmishers surrounded here. 110 pop. TaToH 190. Not a long queue. Look at this. 4 villagers, 3 Cataphracts, that's it. On the other side, 2 Halberdiers, both limping on their last resources. True actually has a reasonable amount of food. The one keep to hold them. Whew. Top level RM isn't stressful. Well, oh, True actually still has wood here. Oh. Even saying, okay, a lumber camp costs 100 wood. Do I really want to build a lumber camp here? Decides against it or didn't see it. Bombard cannon might find the kill against the keep here. Obviously, no architecture, so not the greatest armor for those keeps. Although they have a lot of HP. Now get some houses here for some quick walls. Halberdiers now for the defense. That bombard cannon trying to get protected. Keep faults. TaToH still some villagers around at that woodline. Wop 120 against 160. What a wild game. Long queue. I think True might clear this one up. Unless TaToH micros his heart out with those Arbalest. Production behind this. TaToH even decides, okay, I want to build another siege workshop, another barracks, and another lumber camp in the back here. Dowd is feeling better, and I talked to him like 2 days ago. Are you renting an island, host Neely's Island Cup? Just like Dana White? Yeah, no. Fight Island? We could call it like Nerd Island. Killed some Catas behind this. Okay. Losing a bombard cannon hurts, but if you kill 4 cataphracts in return, it doesn't hurt that much. For 170 against 125. How long has this game been going on? Well, there's a time over here that tells you how long it's in game time. And then you have the factor 2.0 telling you that the game is running twice the speed. So we have 56 minutes of real game time. So finding a raid here. True now goes for the wildwood. 8 wood in the bank for TaToH. 125 wood in the bank for True. Now goes for an onager. Tries to protect this woodline in the back. This is madness. This is absolute madness. 90 military to 50. One bomb onager could do so much. Goes for the keep again. Tries to hold that bombard cannon. That onager alone could do wonders. Arbalest behind this one. Halberdiers patrolling the front. TaToH needs to disengage. Can't really fight. Onager could do so much against him. Ground attack here does 0 damage. What a dodge by True. He is controlling that onager. Knows that the oh god, look at that. He is dodging the ground attacks, but losing the fight at the front. He was focusing so much on the onager. And the cataphract and Halberdier did get the front fight. 20 HP on the onager. Goes down. Population down to 85 for Mr. True. Is he broken? He did get broken by Mr. TaToH. What a wild game. Number 1. TaToH is taking it 1-0 here. Absolutely crazy. Phew. G to the G. TaToH, insane hold. I did count him out at one time. Stupid Nilly. Ay. Phew. That just started the next game? Okay, then let's not lose a lot of time. Let's not drink too much sugar water. Let's not spend too much talking about other stuff. KD, within 7 kills. 1 hour 55 minutes. Within 7 kills, 9 kills the other way around. KD with the prime. Thanks, my man. More buildings raised there for True. He did have the better push. Gold slightly better for TaToH. Did sell a bit more. Did get the market. Wood 4k more for TaToH. 10k food more for him. Society did have the overboom at one point. That nearly cost him the game. Crazy stuff. Next up is the home map of Mr.